Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Drop the Tea. I hope everyone had a great day today. I know I had a great day. Besides, I had to go to a funeral today for my sister's daughter's father. But other than that, the weather was great. So it was 88, almost 89 degrees here in Wisconsin. So I love the weather, but I got a little bit too hot, so I was like, I got to come in the house. It's too hot out here. Now I like the weather about 75, but it was like 88, almost 89 degrees today. But it was fine. So now I know summer's officially here. But how is everyone doing today? Hello, Capricorn Flower, Linda Gamble, my mods. Hello. Hello, Sonia. Hello, K Cloud 43. Hello, TNT Gma. Hello. All right, guys, we're gonna be talking about the girls are outside. And these men, they don't like it, baby. They talking stuff. You said it was 95 degrees there in Texas? Oh no, I wouldn't have been coming outside at all, Miss Linda. No, I ain't gonna be able to do it. No, I wouldn't have been outside at all. When the sun go down, that's when I would come outside. So the girls are outside, and a lot of these men content creators, they want to bash them and things like that. I think they want the women to be inside, just to be inside crying and being miserable. They're talking about Tiana Taylor. They're talking about Cash Doll. They're talking about Cardi B. Who else are they talking about? Uh, one more. I'll think of their name in a minute, but they don't like that. They upset about that. They calling these women 304s and everything. So I'm like, oh, it's good for the men to do it, but when the women do it, it's a problem. So we're gonna talk about them in a minute. But I'm glad, these women are not in the house, crying and things like this over these men. They popping out with they new boo thing. It don't have to be nothing fierce or anything like that, but they showing you they not in the house crying over y'all ninjas no more. They not crying over y'all ninjas no more. And that's a good thing. Healthy healing. Also, I do want to talk to y'all about Love and Hip Hop as well. Their trailer is out and it looks explosive. Y'all know my daughter got a show out. Anytime I get on live, she wants y'all to know she's somewhere in the room. So I do apologize. Um, the Love and Hip Hop trailer is very, very explosive. We're gonna get into that. Also, thank God that the lady that was in the hospital who was her brain um, was, she's not here with us, but she was pregnant at the time. She was a nurse, and since Georgia has that law where you cannot get an AB, they put her on life support, and they made her um, carry that baby. The baby was born; it was 1 pound. So they finally today unplugged the life support. Thank God. That woman was in pain, y'all. Just imagine being put on life support, and then they're gonna make the family raise the baby. Now, how does that work? Mm-mm. I think that was so wrong. That I think that if the parents wanted the plug pulled on their daughter, she was not married at the time. That they should have been, that should have been their right. She has been sitting there since February, carrying that baby since February, but she has been no longer here with us. I think that's just cruel. And then the grandmother said that the her daughter had another son, so she would still go up there every day to the hospital, and her son would be saying, "Why is Mama not waking up?" And that had to be hard for him seeing his mama laying in that bed, and the mama knows she's not here, but the son doesn't know. I think the son was 4, But today they gave her a C-section and she had the baby, and the baby was only 1 pound. So hopefully, God's prayer that the baby does survive. But they were able to pull the plug on her daughter, and hopefully they can give her a nice burial. Pretty lady, pretty notes. But that's these people is something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong. Um, Also, we're gonna talk about Melody and the kids. Melody on vacation, the kids. Her and the 4-piece chicken McNuggets. They in Florida. So she did do her e-commerce class last night, which went good. And that's good. You got a job that you can just travel with, and just pop your laptop open, do what you got to do, close it back down, and enjoy your time with your family. So yeah, Melanie and the 4-piece chicken and nuggets are on vacation again. And I did hear that they said Martell or Coleslaw bought a ticket for the class. I guess they want to get some information on how to run a business. Now, some people are saying that they would have refunded her money. Some people say, if she want to sit there and learn something, Melanie should take the money. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Should Melanie have taken the money? Let me know. Let me know what y'all think. Also, guys, we got to get through the 10-minute mark. So let's get through that. Also, we're going to be talking about the lady and the husband who unalived his wife online. Again, they take the YouTube stuff too far. When you of a certain particular age, you should be able to get offline and handle whatever you need to handle with your husband, your man, or whatever. It didn't even have to go that far. I think pretty much I thought it was a joke at first. And then to the pow happened, I'm like, really? So some of these people, y'all, I'm telling you. And then this man, then I guess he unalived himself as well. So it's not worth it. I don't know if people want clicks and views, but I'm not going to do all that to get no click and views. It's not worth it. So let me see who all in the chat. Hello, who said that? Hello, Tay. Hello, who said that? Hello, Carol. You see TNT Gma. And if you're in the bushes, come on down and introduce yourself. Please give a thumbs up, please, and thank you. All right, guys, we're at the 10-minute mark. Welcome to my channel, Drop the Tea. And let me get my housekeeping out the way real fast here. All things said are alleged and in my very own opinion. It's for entertainment purposes only. I don't own the rights to the music or any clips. Again, all things said are alleged in my very own opinion. It's for entertainment purposes only. I don't own the rights to the music or any of the clips. Also, Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. There is an allowance for fair use of copyrighted material for such purposes as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, research, and learning. Fair use, fair use, fair use. All right, guys. I thank you guys so much for coming over to my channel. So let's get to it. The first one I do want to talk about, guys, is in Georgia. I know they don't have the AB anymore. I know that. But just to sit there and have a woman that's no longer here with us sit there and have your mother come there day after day, it's just heartless. So I'm gonna show y'all a picture of this young lady here. Let me show it to y'all. This is sad, you guys. This lady had to sit there since February with this baby in her, and she was no longer here. This lady here. Yep. A brain dead woman kept on life support today. So they finally delivered the baby today, guys. Finally. So baby Chance was delivered today, and his mother, Andrea, was taken off of life support. After nearly 4 months. After 4 months, This is, let me just let y'all see this other one here. The She was on life support, you guys, for 4 months. 4 months. That just had to be heartbreaking as a mother to see your child set up here and suffer. It just hard. Wait a minute. Let me let y'all see this. This has to be heartbreaking to sit up here and let your child be on life support, knowing she's no longer here and she's on life support, y'all. Let me let y'all listen.
This dead woman give birth to a baby that her family will have to raise if the baby even survives because it was born premature. As a reminder, this is the case of Adriana Smith, who was based out of Georgia. She was taken to the hospital after she started experiencing severe headaches during her pregnancy. Initially, doctors just gave her medicine and sent her home, but after she suffered a medical episode at home, she was rushed right back to the hospital where they discovered she had multiple blood clots in her brain. Doctors decided that they could not remove the blood clots and she was pronounced brain dead. Due to her being pregnant, though, doctors could not terminate her pregnancy under Georgia law. So Adriana was kept alive for 4 months until they could deliver her baby. Her mother, April Newkirk, says that doctors successfully delivered the baby, named Chance, a few days ago. Chance was delivered via C-section and weighed 1 pound and 13 ounces at birth. He's currently in the NICU fighting for his life, but he's expected to be okay. Now, April and the rest of her family have to prepare to say their final goodbyes to Adriana, because since she finally delivered the baby, they can finally take her off life support, which is going to happen sometime this week. This is disgusting. This poor woman was used as a science experiment, and her family, both financially and emotionally, are going to have to pay the price for it. I don't even know what else to say. Let me know what y'all think about this. They really made this dead woman give birth to a baby that her family will have to raise if the baby even survives because it was born premature.
So, guys, how do we feel about this? How do y'all feel that you have to, if that was one of your loved ones, that you would have to sit there and be pregnant, and your child is no longer here, and they make her be on life support because she's pregnant, because Georgia will not let you terminate the pregnancy. Okay. How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all think that they should have pulled the plug on her because of the blood clots that she had? Or do you think they should have kept her on life support? Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Do y'all think this was right for this lady to be kept on life support because she was pregnant for 4 months? Let me know what y'all think in the chat. For 4 months, this lady was on life support, but she was no longer here. So do you guys think that the family had a right to pull the plug on her? Now, in other circumstances, if I guess they're saying if she wasn't pregnant, the family could have pulled the plug. But because of Georgia's law where they can't do AB, they had to keep this lady on life support while she was pregnant until she got to, I guess, some months where she could deliver the baby. But the baby was still 1 pound. And the baby is fighting for his life. And the family will have to raise this baby. Now, they do say that the father does come by from time to time. But the mother has the other child, because she had another child. The mother has the other child. They're not saying anything about the fathers at all. This is very sad that you have to sit here and, this lady was pronounced unalive due to the blood clots in her brain. And she had to stay on life support for 4 months. 4 months because she was pregnant. Now, I don't know if they consulted with lawyers or anything like that, but I don't think this was right. I don't. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. At 1 pound, he's expected to be okay. They did say that. So, I'm just praying. Hello, Renee Bass. Hello, Tay. Hello, I'm not bothered. Hello, Monique. Hello, baby girl 1981. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. You said, I'm sad about it. I pray that the baby is okay. Yes. Her man didn't want her on life support, and I feel it should have been her choice. Right. They just, well, in Georgia, they have the AB, they can't do ABs there. So I guess they're feeling like that if they would have took the mom off life support, the baby wouldn't have survived. You said Nell is not going to coleslaw at my chill money period. Right. Let's see here. At 1 pound, he's expected to be okay. I hope so. I'm gonna be praying for him. I'm gonna be praying for him. I know the boyfriend was the one who took her to the hospital, so they were together. Yet, yes, that happened to my niece. She was on life support for 4 months. They took the baby, and he's just fine. My niece even pulled through. Oh, that's great. I'm not bothered. That is great. That's wonderful. Oh, you accidentally. Okay. You accidentally timed who said that I was washing dishes. Okay. Yeah, this is bad. Another story that I don't know if y'all been following this story, where the young man, it was in Florida with, how your friends go on a trip and the parents ask if your child can go with. So the parents let the child go with the friends' parents to Florida. There's a ride. There's a amusement park there called Fun World. I know the park because I've been there myself. My kids have been on the ride in Florida, in Orlando, Florida. So this boy here got on the ride. Now they supposed to check your weight, your height, and everything to make sure that you are okay to get on these rides. Okay. The person checked him and everything, and I get the person said he was okay to get on the ride. Do you know? And he was a bigger boy. Do you know that this boy fell out of the ride? Fell out. Let me show y'all. The parents were awarded $310 million. They sued the amusement park. Now, I know that's not going to bring your child back, but some compensation. So this is him. 310 million to the family of the 14-year-old teen after he failed to loss from a drop tower ride at an iconic park in Orlando. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, it's Fun World. My kids have been here. This is a young man who got on this ride right here and fell out of it. He was apparently too big for the ride. He was too heavy for the ride. This young man fell off of this ride right here. Up in the air, fell off. Now they're saying the ride malfunction. Fun time. I call it Fun World, but it's called Fun Time. Oh, they said while collecting the full amount may be difficult due to the international legal hurdles. Well, I hope they get something. And they said these people didn't even show up for court. And they were awarded $310 million. And just think about that. You let your kids, go with their friends on a family trip and they go to a park. And imagine them calling you, telling you, you know, that devastating news that something happened to your child. Just devastating. Yeah, so that happened. Let me stop sharing here. So that happened. I'm glad they were awarded something for, you know, their pain and suffering. They do supposed to weigh people before they let them on the ride, but I don't know. They trying to say his weight and the ride malfunction. That's what they're trying to say. But I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. All right, guys, moving on. Love and hip hop is going to be explosive. Now, I did tell y'all that I don't know what's going on with Bambi and Ray Face. They were married, then it was an engagement party. Allegedly, Ray Face, which is Bambi's fiance, kicked in her door. What they're saying. Also, he threatened Malaysia and what is his name, ZEIL, telling them he'll pow them in the face. So her boyfriend is, fiance is active out here. Now, allegedly, they're saying that he has a whole nother family. On Father's Day, he posted a picture of his baby mama and his 2 kids because he lives in Houston. Bambi lives in Atlanta. So I'm trying to figure out how this is going here. Then after people caught on, he tried to take the picture down of him and the woman, his baby mama. But they say he lived with his baby mama in Houston. And they said he just used Bambi to get on Love and Hip Hop and also to promote his music, because they said he's been, underground rapper for a long time. So he started talking to Bambi, and Bambi is in a lot of his videos to get his name out there and to get on Love and Hip Hop. But they say he kicked in her door and things like that. They even had to stop the production of at Love and Hip Hop because he was threatening Malaysia and ZEIL. Talking about pow them in the face, Ray Face. I've never heard of him until he got on Love and Hip Hop here with Bambi. But I did get the trailer. So the trailer, they said, is going to, the trailer is explosive to me. But a lot of things going to be going on. Also with Yandy, here we go. Now that we know the truth, playing a role here about her. So let's take a look at that. So I'm going to be reviewing this show because it looks very explosive this time. Let's take a look.
Whatever we say here stays here.
Girl, y'all secret safe for me.
Healing is messy. It's messy as
You have been formally arrested.
Does this mean I go to jail? I'm afraid.
I don't want you in the middle of none of this. It's very ugly. Because what's in the dark will always come to the light, and I don't lie. Have you not been privy to what's happening? I have no friends here.
To hereby honor and celebrate Young Jock.
I just really want to do a simple EP, man. The people I with.
I'm in a relationship now. It's actually a woman. People are like, oh,
yeah. Are we official?
Are we definitely official?
Did y'all sleep together after y'all had Kyrie?
Of course. You don't take care of your son. She using you.
Did you see this stuff that's going on in the blog?
Yeah, in DC, everybody that's in the streets is getting caught.
They got whole stories how they met up with you in this place.
I didn't want to be married at the time. It's come back to bite me in the ass.
It's time for you to talk and speak up for your family.
Bambi put a new song out and she mentioned you and Kirk. I said, oh, it has gone past music.
But you know, because we're not an artist. Always. I know. Let's talk about why you really don't know. Because you want my man. Yeah,
This is crazy.
Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. New season premieres Tuesday, July 8th at 8. Watch on MTV.
So there's going to be a lot of stuff going on Love and Hip Hop with Mendici. Now, did y'all hear what Mendici said? He said he didn't want to be married at the time. So it sounded like to me, like he's trying to say Yandy forced him to get married. Just saying. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Hello, Lisa Foster, my tea sipper. Hello, Thelma, my tea sipper. So, yes, there's a lot of things that's going to be going on Love and Hip Hop. So I'm going to review that. July 8th is coming out. So I'm going to review it. It looks like it's going to be really exciting. Carly Red is allegedly going to jail for breaking in her husband or ex-husband's house. It looks like Kurt, Rashida, and Bambi gonna get into it. They saying that Bambi made a rap diss towards Kurt and Rashida. Yandy saying she ain't got no friends on the show. So I guess she's saying everybody on the show is not her friend no more. I guess she's saying everybody out to get her and Mendici and to break up their family. But Yandy, again, y'all know I like Yandy. You and Mendici did that on your own. He said you cheated first. You said he cheated first. So I don't know. So I guess the reason that Mendici or Yandy is not saying anything, I guess it's going to come out on the show here. But we shall see. Like I said, Ray Face, when they were filming, threatened Malaysia and ZEIL. Now, I did tell y'all, ZEIL will fight. I don't know what Ray Face thinking about. ZEIL will fight. So, ZEIL will throw them hands, baby. So I don't know if you pow him or on your Facebook page you said you go slap him. I don't know how that's gonna turn out for you, Ray Face. I don't know how it's gonna turn out for you. But then you coming at a woman like this, now that should be a red flag right there for you, Bambi. Red flag. And then I did say with Scrappy, he's dating that real estate agent. She's on the show now. Now, I think some of these women start messing around with these, with people on shows and stuff, so they can get on the show. And I think that's what Scrappy baby mama wanted. What's her name? Kaya or what have you? The one he just had the little boy by. She wanted a relationship with Scrappy. Scrappy didn't want no relationship with her. It was what it was. It was a threesome, and that was it. And a baby came out of it. So he got him a new lady. She's nice looking too. She's nice. She's a nice looking lady. But I think she's playing him. She just want to be on that show. Just my personal opinion, allegedly. We shall see. Now, we did have also K. Michelle went over to Cam Newton's podcast. She said Kurt and Rashida are miserable married together. They don't even want to be married together. But people are saying because they are so entwined with each other with businesses and stuff they got together, they can't get no divorce because it's too much on the line. I don't know how true that is. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Let me know if y'all going to be watching Love and Hip Hop. Because I do want to review that. So let me know if y'all going to be watching it. All right, moving on, guys. Moving on. Also, we're going to go here to K. Michelle. She said that she is not going, she's dating out of her race at this time. Out this time, she's dating out her race. Let me put a dart in there for just a second, because I do want to hear what Bambi has to say here. I do. Give me 1 second. I forgot to bring y'all this clip here. So I do want to hear what she has to say about her man threatening ZEIL in Malaysia. Now, Malaysia is making tracks, y'all. Malaysia was on Basketball Wives. That she was on the other show. Now, apparently, she's on Love and Hip Hop this season, the upcoming season. But let's hear what they had to say here.
ZEIL and Bambi. So Bambi is dating a fucking nobody. Okay, the same type of nigga Trina fucking with right now and married to these motherfuckers. They catching them outside the wing spot, the Jamaican restaurant, and these niggas is hopping in the car after they done stop by the Jamaican restaurant and then went next door, got 2 Krispy Kreme donuts, and then took off on a bicycle. Okay, in Florida. That's where they getting these niggas from. She's with a nigga named Rayface, and Rayface has done time in the past, a drug time. Apparently, according to sources, he still dibbles and dabbles in the drug community. Right now, we've talked about that, and apparently he mails them across state lines, so he's trafficking drugs for a living. And so Bambi is engaged to this nigga, don't know shit about him or his dealings and things like that. And I guess, I don't know, her being lonely, like, you know, I was talking to, you know, some people today, and they was just like, why she didn't go get a fucking basketball player, a baseball player, somebody, football player? Where the fuck you get a nigga named Rayface from damn Houston at? With no money, no job, no nothing. Literally has been begging to get on this show. So much so, he was around Houston bragging, telling people that Yandy was sleeping with his friend. I got to get that friend, though. Don't you worry. So yesterday during filming on Love and Hip Hop, he ended up getting into a verbal altercation with Malaysia, Rayface, Bambi's fiance, and told her that, bitch, I will shoot you in the face. ZEIL was like, bitch, who you talking to? So ZEIL jumped in. Who the fuck you finna shoot in the face? Told the bitch, I don't know if you know me like that, but bitch, I will shoot you dead in your motherfucking face. Production had to scramble. They had to stop filming. Terroristic threats were issued. And Bambi, to a nigga that's around here arguing with women, just like Trina husband out here arguing with Bobby Lights. That's a woman. Fuck y'all getting these nobodies from? Where y'all getting these niggas from? Moving on.
In the last 6 weeks, Van Horn Law Group.
So what are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking about this dude here, Rayface, threatening women? Threatening women here. I think she should run. I do. I think she should call off the engagement. It's okay. It happens. You know, I don't know. You said, man, DC is still in the streets. You said, why did he propose to Yandy? I don't know. Oh, have a good night, Monique. Have a good night. Hello, Proud Mimi, my tea sipper. Hello. Let's see here. Oh, well, you heard Bambi diss track, Linda? You said she admitted to sleeping with Kurt, allegedly? Yandy. Bambi. Wow. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello. Hello, Lady Pooh. Hope all is well. Hello. Yeah, she needs to send that trash back to the dumpster where she got him from. You know, I don't know. You know, if you're gonna leave your husband or whoever you with, level up, girl. Level up. Don't go get nobody like the person you divorced. You need to level yourself up. Now, she should have got a basketball player, football player, somebody. Don't go get somebody that you done already dealt with and you already know, what's going on. And then this man ain't got no money. Nothing to offer. Now we got another alleged rumor out here talking about the dude Rayface said Yandy was messing with his cousin or friend. So I guess all this is gonna, happen on the show here. So, with the HIV rate and the STD rate, I'm trying to figure out if any of these people scared about it while they out here sleeping with everybody. You sleeping with somebody out here in the streets and you go back home to your husband or wife. Ain't nobody scared of the STDs or the HIV? No, nobody? Nobody's scared of that? Everybody just out here free willing. No. Look, I haven't lived this long for nothing. No. Everybody out here playing in traffic, out here playing in the streets. And then, you know, a lot of these women, they want these street dudes. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what it is. You know, if you gonna get divorced from your husband, level up. You don't let, you know, just like hustling backward. Don't do that. And everybody, that's why I say marriage right now is a fad. Everybody go ahead on and get married, just like it ain't nothing. BAMBI, you know, to me personally, and you know, I let everybody have their own opinion. You need time to heal. I wouldn't have been thinking about no man. I've been focused on me and my kids, you know. But, you know, some men or women don't want to do that because if they see the other partners out here dating, they don't want to feel like they left out or they lonely, so they'll go find anybody to date as well. So you can't say that, you know, the other person is lonely. That's just my personal opinion. Because why are you out here dating just anybody and then bringing these people around your kids? You got small kids. Now, I guess the wedding or the engagement or whatever is off now. That's what it sounds like to me. And now her and Spice into it, BAMBI and Spice is into it. Spice said BAMBI wanted her man. Then we got the other Erica, I think her name is Erica. She said she dating a woman now. So everybody doing something. Everybody is doing something. But the red flag for me, when he talking about doing whatever he gonna do to Malaysia, that should have been a red flag for you right there, BAMBI. Red flag right there. And I'm glad ZEIL did jump in and say, hey, hold up, you know, because some of these men won't say a word. So I'm glad he did stick up for Malaysia. I haven't heard about the other men on the cast sticking up, you know, but that's dangerous for, you know, somebody to say that to another woman. That's a threat. You know, that's a threat. Just saying. It's a threat. In my own personal opinion, it's a threat. But moving on here, y'all. Moving on. 51 likes and 39 in the chat. Thank you, Lady Pooh. Right. These people act like they don't care about no STDs. They act like they don't care about that. Now, I wanted to get to K Michelle. K Michelle is saying that they asked her was she dating out of her race. So she said that she's going to start dating out of her race now. So we're going to get into that. But then she doubles back and says, she wants the black man to start treating the black women better. So she confused me with that. She confused me. So I don't know if she's saying that the black women don't get treated right or what have you. So that's why she's dating outside of her race. But let's get into that as well. Let's get into it. But a lot of women are saying they're starting to date outside their race. They're saying that the other races treat them better. Let me know what y'all think in the chat.
Dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do. White men love me. Like, white men love me.
12 seconds later.
So I'm asking right now, black men, I got to my black men to really step up for black women and create families.
Yeah.
It's really not cool. Black men are attacking black women.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Have you ever dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do. White men love me.
So what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about this? That black women are fed up. They want to date outside their race. What do y'all think about that? Let me know what y'all think in the chat. What do y'all think about it? That they want to date outside their race. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think it's okay to date outside your race? Or is there a problem? Okay. Okay, you said Roy should have stopped production when Brent mentioned a pow pow. They sure should have. You said K Michelle is wild. Yes, hit the like button, please, and thank you. Okay, Lady Pooh, you consider dating outside of your race? You said K Michelle is dating out. You said K Michelle always dating outside of our race. Okay. This is nothing new with K Michelle. You look at who you build a connection with. Okay. Now, I think as grown women, Rashida and K Michelle need to apologize to each other and move on, you know, because she's not letting it go. You said K Michelle can kick rocks the number of white men that unalive their women for far outnumber black men. She can have them. Okay. I just want to know what y'all, take is on dating outside of your race. So we're going to listen to what she has to say here.
But you are miserable.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Frost Bistro. It reminds me of the Rashida and Kirk situation. They've been married for forever and they are miserable. That is horrible. And I just remember her yelling out saying, you'll never be married. But they gonna tell you they married. I've been married, but you are miserable.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Frost Bistro. It reminds me of the Rashida and Kirk situation. They've been married for forever and they are miserable. That is horrible. And I just remember her yelling out saying, you'll never be married. But they gonna tell you they married. I've been married, but you are miserable.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Frost Bistro. It reminds me of.
Okay, so how many of y'all think Rashida and Kirk are miserable together? Let me know. You said K Michelle holds grudges. That's the problem. Okay, K Michelle has apologized to K Michelle twice publicly because y'all know that K Michelle was going around said allegedly, Memphis Bleak had AB'd her, right? And that's the time he was with Toya. And they didn't believe her until Toya and Memphis Bleaks went on what is it called? On that show and how he was treating Toya so bad. Toya was on there crying and everything. Married to boot camp. And that's when people saw how ruthless he was. And allegedly, he was trying to put hands on Toya, allegedly. Some people say he did put hands on her. That's why she divorced him. Then it came out that he was doing what K. Michelle said he did. This is all alleged. All alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So, I didn't know that he apologized to her. Give me 1 second, guys. Hello? All right, y'all. So, let me see here. Let me see. You said, Sonya, you said Rashida's miserable. You think Rashida's miserable? Lady Pooh, who's divorced? Are you saying Rashida and Kirk are divorced since 2022? You said this has been going on for 13 years. Get over it, K. Michelle. I do believe her about Memphis, AB, and K. Michelle. Yes. Yes, Lil Wayne would always buy Toya cars for her birthday. I know he had bought her a house and things like that. But people, say that Toya still got a thing for Lil Wayne because when people ask her about Lil Wayne, she'll say, and even though Toya's married, people are mad that she'll say that she can have Lil Wayne if she wanted him. So people are saying that she shouldn't be saying that because she's married to Red. But Red doesn't say anything about Toya saying that. So if he don't have a problem, I don't have no problem. But, people are saying that Toya shouldn't say that. Who am I to tell somebody what to say? If the husband don't got a problem with her saying it, nobody, shouldn't have a problem. Red doesn't say anything when Toya says that. But she do let it be known. If she wanted Lil Wayne back, she could have him. Just saying. Just saying, y'all. She said if she wanted him, she could have him. You think they're staying together for the show? Okay, and then Lady Pooh, you saying that Rashida and Kirk are divorced. I didn't hear that. I didn't know they were divorced. I did not know that they were divorced. Moving on, y'all. We're gonna move on over to we're gonna move over to the basketball wives here. Jennifer, she done got real cocky. She letting you know. She said she lit. She said her marriage is lit. She said she lit. Her and her man is lit. Her and her husband is lit. So Jennifer letting you know her life right now is lit. So, kudos to Jennifer.
My life is lit. I don't bother nobody.
Jen, do you know who was threatening Evelyn? Can we stop the threats?
Who was threatening?
The auntie, and the fake auntie, whoever she is.
That's not fake auntie. I'm not gonna talk for a grown woman.
But it has
2
to
miles
do with
away.
you.
She can have a conversation with you.
She can come.
I'm not.
You act like I'm scared.
She can pull up. It's 8 minutes away.
You keep saying that like you're saying something.
I'll call her to come.
Good,
We can talk about it.
Do it. Please do.
And she don't want to have a conversation.
Why? Why would you do that, Jennifer?
Because I live my life. My life is lit. I don't bother nobody.
Jen, do you know who was threatening Evelyn? Can we stop the threats?
Who was threatening?
The auntie, and the fake auntie, whoever she is.
That's not fake.
So, do we think Jennifer's being kind of cocky, y'all? I think Jennifer, she said her life is lit and everything. Okay, all right. Do y'all think Jennifer is wrong for saying what she said? Evelyn said, Jennifer said she gonna call Auntie. She 8 minutes away. Evelyn said, call her. She said, I'm not scared. Call her. I don't. Do y'all think Evelyn's scared of the auntie? I don't think Evelyn's scared because her and Tammy Roman was trying to fight here on Basketball Wife. So I don't think Evelyn is scared at all. Now, to me, Jennifer is, talking that shit because she got Christian Auntie to back her up. Now, we know Jennifer ain't going to bust a grape, but she's been talking real greasy. She's been talking real greasy since she's been with Christian. I don't know if Christian gave her a cup of courage or what didn't happen. Jennifer been talking real greasy since she done married Christian. That little young guy, she been talking real greasy, y'all. Just my personal opinion. That's all I'm saying. Jennifer, y'all know Jennifer didn't used to talk like this and act like that, but ever since she got with old boy, her husband, she been talking real greasy. That's all I'm saying. Another thing, Jackie and her daughter. I don't know why she brought her daughter on that show. She know her and her daughter don't get along like that. And why would you want to put this on display for the world to see? I don't know. It seems like Jackie don't get along with none of her daughters. I don't know what's the problem. Now, we do know some of our daughters are mouthy. Okay. But as two grown women now, they should be able to talk. And whatever her daughters are feeling, she should let them get it off their chest so they can, heal. Jackie and her daughters need to heal. But the daughter's saying this is how Jackie is. And then the other, what's the lady name? Is it Brittany Renner? She talking crazy to Jackie. She know Jackie will go. So I don't know what was going on with Britt, because Jackie will fight her. Have you been watching Basketball Wives? That's all I'm saying. I don't know. And then now they're saying the whole thing with her and Kevin Gates was a publicity stunt. They divorced now. Brittany Renner and Kevin Gates are divorced. And they trying to say that Kevin Gates go both ways. They said when he was up there in jail, allegedly there was some things going on. Allegedly, there was some things going on up in there. There was some steel moving up in there. So just that's all I'm saying. That's what they saying, But they are divorced. They was married for maybe 2 or 3 months and got a divorce. I wish the best for all of them, but Jennifer, your auntie, with whoever she is, she needs to let you fight your own battles. That's just my personal opinion. This thing was between you and Jennifer and Evelyn. I don't know why the auntie getting in. That's my concern. You have to, you're a grown woman. You need to fight your own battles. Every time something happens, and it's just my personal opinion, I have nothing against Jennifer. The only thing I got against Jennifer is that the lights are out upstairs. That's all. She could have been a victim of Tim Norman. And y'all know what he did. She could have been a victim, and people just be trying to look out for her. And I guess she don't want them to look out for her. In my personal opinion. People know Jennifer lights are out upstairs. And so to me, I feel like they be looking out for Jennifer. That's what I think. They be looking out for her. But apparently Jennifer don't want anybody looking out for her. That's the only thing I can think of. Also, we gonna let it be. We gonna let it be, y'all. We gonna let it be. Jennifer don't want anybody looking out for her. They should just let Jennifer go on about her business. Her husband is saying that he doesn't, I guess he don't want her on the show. I guess he wants to, he wants them to get their own show. Now, we remember him, right? Let's just take a moment here. Now, let's just take a moment. Y'all remember him. This is him here. Take a look here, y'all. Take a good look.
$450,000 is all it took Tim Norman to murder his nephew in March 2016. Tim was a reality TV star on the Sweetie Pie show with his nephew, Andre Montgomery, when he secretly took out a life insurance policy on him. Ending his life could earn Tim $450,000 through insurance fraud. He paid exotic dancer Terica Ellis to give Andre's location to the shooter, Travell Hill, and Andre was fatally shot on the street. For 4 years, Tim acted like nothing happened and continued to star on Sweetie Pies, even taking his mom to the same street where Andre was shot. But the FBI was watching. Investigators found Tim submitted false insurance information on Andre's death with the help of insurance agent Will Yagnam. They also traced the call records of 2 prepaid phones used for the crime. Tim was arrested in August 2020. His accomplices were arrested soon after and pleaded guilty to lesser crimes, but Tim was sentenced to life in prison as the mastermind of Andre's death. He never received the money, and his greed destroyed his family. Follow me for more true crime stories.
This is just terrible. that your own family would take you out for $450,000. It's terrible that your family would take you out for that. Jennifer almost became a victim, y'all. You said they're only business partners, okay? Jennifer is being cocky until them feds pick her man up. Evelyn ain't scared. No, I don't think she's scared at all. Hello, Ophelia. Hello. You said Chantel needs to walk away from that show. She's in a bitter child custody case with her daughter's father. He's going to use her antics on the show against her. Yes, she should. Evelyn ain't looking out for Jennifer. Okay, when Jen told Ev about Chad, she got mad, left. She got mad and left. Jen made her mistakes. Who knows? Maybe she can make it happen and find happiness. Okay. Is it Edwina Price? Hello. Welcome. Okay. Now I forgot about that part. Y'all know, don't charge it. Don't charge it to me. Don't charge it to my heart here. I forgot about that. She did do that. So okay. Now that's fair game. When Jennifer was saying something about Chad, Evelyn got mad and left. So it's fair game. So Jennifer don't want to listen to her. So I can I can get with that. That's fair. That is fair. But the two past relationships Jennifer had with Tim, she had to get a restraining order on Tim because he was stalking her. And then the one guy who stole a Range Rover. So, as we get older, we do try to make better decisions than what we have done. But, only thing you can do is lend your advice to your friend. They don't want it, that's fine. You just keep it moving. But I will agree with this right here. If Evelyn spoke her piece with Jennifer about her husband, she said what she had to say to Jennifer, that should have been the end of it. Just keep it moving. If something happened, just beat her as a friend, to lend your shoulder. That's all I can say. Beat her as a friend to lend your shoulder. That's all you can do. You said Tim had Miss Robbie's house robbed. She was up next to be unalive with a big insurance policy on her. They said that he had an insurance policy on Miss Robbie. I didn't know if that was true or not. You got to be a monster to unalive your own nephew. Your brother is already deceased. To unalive his child and then also take out a policy on your mom to unalive her. You got to be some type of monster. You got to be some type of monster to do that. And then just go on with your life for 4 years like nothing happened. You got to be a monster. You just evil to do that. Just evil. Miss Robbie had set up everything from when Tim got out of jail, because he's a felon, so he wouldn't have to be looking for no job. She had the restaurant set up for him. He was the manager or what have you of the restaurant. They were partners together, however you want to look at it. And that money he was making, I don't know if it wasn't good enough for him. Then they had 3 restaurants in St. Louis. They had 3. Because I went to one. Now I don't think they have any of the restaurants left. Unless I know Miss Robbie was talking about a sandwich shop. You said Tim hate his mom. Really? Oh wow. After all she did for him? It's just terrible. All right, guys. Well, moving on. I just want to just take time out to just appreciate being a Black woman here in America. We are so creative, and our time is almost here. Our time is here, for us to, the awakening, things like that is here. Black people are so creative. Now, I just want y'all to take a look. Now, we don't get the recognition that we should get, but people want to have on LV, They want to have on Chanel. They want to have on Prada. They want the what else is it? All this luxury stuff, but they don't take the time to look in their own backyard, our people, and see the creativity, I cannot even talk, to see the work that we can do, the things that we create, the fashion statements that we make. You know, so let me just show y'all. Let me just show y'all what Africa is doing, y'all. Let me just show y'all what Africa is doing. We as Black women need to, you know, just appreciate things. Baby, look how bad these dresses are. Let me show y'all.
And all of a sudden, this gown stopped me in my tracks, and I said, "What is this? I need to
Black
know right
people
now."
in Africa
And then
make
as soon as I
these
saw this gown, I saw another, and then another, and I said, "Wait, is this AI?" And then it comes to find out it was not. It was not AI. It was the African Magic Viewers Choice Awards. You have to see these gowns because you will not believe it unless you see it. Okay, so up first we have this gorgeous Nigerian actress. This is Mercy Ake. She's wearing an Amy Agomi gown. I don't think I've ever seen anything so gorgeous in my life. Like, I want to put this gown on right now, just to say I've worn a gown this gorgeous. Next, we have Nana Akua Adu. I mean, is this real life? This is a gown, a 3D gown. It's a collaboration between Metal Bender Studio and Nicole Stylish, but this is actually insane. Osa's Igodaro wearing Vicky James. I mean, this print, and then again, look how all of the structure behind her. This is the back of the gown, and
look at that.
I'm just so mesmerized.
Watch one of
I
these.
need to know if there was a dress code, because what I've noticed is a lot of them, they seem to be very in touch with nature, which I kind of love. Like the bottom of this dress looks like roots, like this gorgeous, you know, the tree. It's like the tree of life. It's so beautiful. This is actually Diane Zola David. I'm in awe. The designer is Mitchell Amati, but the creativity, I am just blown away. Okay, but this gown on Queen Mercy, she's actually styled by Tiana Styling. It's 1 million pins, 1 million safety pins. Here's a closer look. Like, look at the top of her headpiece. Do you see all the safety pins?
Wow.
All of this right here, it's all safety pins. 1 million of them. Faith Mori wearing Esther Igono. Oh my gosh.
Beautiful.
I can't get over these gowns. Like, how long did it take to make one of these gowns? Idia Eisen, oh my gosh, look at this. I mean, those look like actual fresh flowers on her. This gown is by Ambosa. I am blown away. I really did think this was AI because these dresses are just so gorgeous. They don't even look real. And not only did she wear one gorgeous gown, but she wore a second gown. This gown is always going to remind me of the Hunger Games, because there's a lot of gowns kind of, you know, that have this same kind of a pattern, and they feel very Hunger Games. Olivia Okoro wearing Anne Usman. I mean, wow. Wow, the colors. Nana Manu, she's wearing Designs by Lexi. I mean, look at the detail in this one. So stunning. This one is actually one of my favorites. This is Toni Tones, and she's styled by Javu. I think the gown is gorgeous. Yesterday, I was scrolling on Instagram when all of a sudden this gown...
Baby, us Black people, baby, we are the fashion killers, baby. We get down. I wish so many of our other Black actors and R&B singers would wear more of our stuff instead of wearing stuff by these other designers. Now, I bet you any money these clear people gonna steal those designs. I bet you. They're gonna try to dupe it and tell about it's theirs. I bet you they're gonna make something similar to it. They're gonna make something similar to it. They always stealing our stuff. What did I tell you? You gonna see some people with these dresses on from these other designers, and they're gonna lie and say that it's theirs. Hello, Patricia. Yes, they said Martell bought her a ticket for the Melanie e-commerce class. That's what the word is on the card. And some people were saying that Melanie should just take the money, and some people saying Melanie should give her a refund. Now, whatever Melanie decides to do, it's whatever. But I don't know. I don't know if Melanie will let her stay in the class if she knows she's in there, or will she refund her money? Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. If she should get a refund. But what I say, y'all, watch what I tell y'all. These clear people is going to steal these African people designs. Look how beautiful those dresses are. Look at those dresses. That's not no Chanel, no Gucci, no LV, Karl Lagerfeld, none of that. None of that. These are African people who have made these dresses. They are beautiful. Baby, we are the trendsetters, but you know what they do? They steal our stuff and claim it as their own. The one with the safety pins, oh my God. That was beautiful. All the dresses was beautiful. Every last one of those dresses were made from Africa. Beautiful. Now, y'all know at the Met Gala, I think 2 years ago, Kim Kardashian had on a dress that an African person had made. And she tried to get it duped by another designer, by a clear person, a designer. And she wore that dress, the beads was falling off of it, everything, because it was not made by the original person. Beads was falling all off the dress and everything. That's what you get for trying to dupe our stuff. Baby, did y'all see them black queens on there? Oh my God, they looked beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys, let's move over here to Melody and the 4-piece nuggets. Now, I did watch a live earlier, and Melody is doing the watermelon diet, and also the cucumber and water diet. So you chop up the cucumbers, you put them in water. I think you let them sit for a day in the water, and it's supposed to help with like high cholesterol, your blood pressure, just clean you out. And then also the watermelon challenge. You just eat watermelon. Melody, some people are doing it for a week. Melody is doing it for 7 days. Just eat watermelon and drink water. So that's supposed to help you lose weight. Melanie says she's down 4 pounds. Now, some people say that Martell don't hit the kids 7 days no more. I think he just get them in the daytime, because I know she had a Culver's cup, and she said that the kids were with Martell, and I guess he had bought them something from Culver's or whatever, because she was saying something about the cup. She didn't say his name, but she said their father. And y'all know who their father is. And so I guess he had brought them back home. So they were going on their trip here to Florida. So we're going to take a look at Melody and the 4-piece nuggets there in Florida. So Melody was able to do her e-commerce class while she was in Florida, because she had her laptop with her. So she was able to get that done while she was on vacation. Let me see if it's still up here. Give me just a second here. Give me just a second. Let me bring up Melody. She's on vacation. Okay, wait a minute, guys. All right, guys, we're going to look at Melanie and the 4-piece nuggets. They're on vacation there in Florida. Melanie and the 4-piece nuggets been doing some traveling. One second here. So the peppermint and the lavender supposed to keep bugs and stuff away from you. The peppermint, I got that in the lavender. got going on here. Never been the 4-piece nuggets already.
It's pretty in it, y'all. Huh? Before my CMOS is gone, I have to give it.
Let me get back on here. Sorry, y'all. All right, y'all. So that is Melody on vacation, and Miss Van is with her too. Miss Van is with her as well. Her and the kids. Oh, let me show y'all one more here. Let me show y'all one more. Melody and the 4-piece nuggets. Hello, point 84.
At the beach. I've been at the beach all day and now we just came to the pool. But I want y'all to see, I have loaded myself up with my lavender and peppermint oil. Because, baby, I'm not finna get bit. The last time I came down here, bugs tore me up, baby. I refused. So I bought double trouble for them this time. That's right, double trouble. Peppermint and lavender. Now, let's see them beat this, okay? If you ain't grab your insect repellent duo, you need to head on over to SAB, 7wbeauty.net, and get your duo. Hey, what's up, you guys? So listen, I am here at the beach. I've been at the beach all day and now we just came to the pool. But I want y'all to see, I have loaded myself up with...
Hello, guys. It's your girl, Melody Shari. Listen, I built a multi-million-dollar beauty brand from the ground up, and now I want to teach you how to do the same. I am giving you a personal invitation to my 3-week master training course to teach you how to build and sustain a profitable business. Week 1, you will learn how to build a strong and recognizable brand. Week 2, you will learn how to set up your retail store, okay? And week 3, you will learn how to retain your customers and how to scale and grow your business. And of course, me being me, I've got to throw in some free goodies, right? So you'll also get a free custom logo, a free branded graphic for your business, as well as one-on-one coaching with me weekly. So slots are limited. Sign up ASAP, okay? And meet me June 16th, 2025, right on Zoom. Hello, guys. It's your girl, Melody Shari. Listen, I built a multi-million-dollar...
So she's telling you about her e-commerce class. Okay, if y'all didn't know, Melody has dropped the pineapple duo with the body butter, the body scrub, and the oil, the pineapple. Also, she has the sports bra, 7th Avenue Beauty sports bra right here that she's wearing. She's also selling them to go along with your, I call them biker shorts, to go along with your biker shorts. She's dropped that today as well. So the pineapple, body butter, body scrub, and oil, and also the sports bras. So if y'all didn't know, yep, she has a sports bra. They're on her website. So y'all haven't got it, run on over there and get it. Run on over there and get the sports bra and the pineapple. Now, I did tell y'all, anytime Melody brings out a new lotion and body butter, oil, and scrub, I get it. So she dropped it, so I'm going to be getting that as well. So let me know, guys. Have y'all got the new pineapple body scrub, body butter, and the oil? And what do y'all think about these sports bras? She says she's down 4 pounds from doing the watermelon challenge. She drinks water and eats watermelon all day. So she's down 4 pounds, guys. So let me know if you guys are doing that challenge as well. So let me stop sharing that with you guys. So are you guys doing the watermelon challenge? One second here. Okay, guys. So yeah, I love those gowns. Those gowns are beautiful. Hello, who's that? 0.84. Okay, you said she's not in Melanie's class. Okay. Yeah, Melanie had the okra water. So I'm gonna try that. Now I gotta find if I can get some fresh okras or can I use the frozen ones? I gotta see because y'all know I'm in Wisconsin. You know, I'm not, you know, I know the South, they have a lot of fresh stuff, but I gotta see if I can find some fresh okra or if I can use the I think they have the frozen ones, if I could use that. And just let them set out and unthaw and use those. Or do I have to use the fresh ones? Yes, those are some beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns. Beautiful. Beautiful. And remember, guys, if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber so you can become a T-drop. Also, make sure when you come in, guys, that you hit that thumbs up button. Even if you're up there in the bushes, you can even come down and introduce yourself. It doesn't cost anything. Let's see here. Let me see what y'all are saying. Hello, Smart Cookie. Hello, Pat Dryer 64. Wait a minute. The watermelon challenge does work. Okay, I'm going to try that. Okay, that's good for Mel because she doesn't have any health issues. Okay. Yes, I think that, Tanya. I think that today. Martin is really starting. We're talking about Beyond the Gates. Martin is starting to remember. And that cop was trying to tell Smitty, his husband, don't, you know, he's talking about the glass house. So I think he doesn't know that his husband doesn't know what happened. So that cop was there. So now we know Bill was in it, and also the cop was in it. And then his grandfather knows, and then Ted knows, but Nicole doesn't know. But Anita knows. So Anita doesn't know, but I thought Nicole would know, but no, they didn't tell Nicole. But Ted does know, and I think Smitty is getting suspicious. He's gonna figure it out. And I think Ashley turned down Derek's proposal because she likes Andre. But I don't know how that's going to work out because him and Danny, I guess, is going to come out and go public that they're together. Now, I do think that once Danny and Andre, well, this might be a problem. I hope he doesn't, once he figure out that Ashley and Derek are not going to be together, I hope Andre doesn't try to go and mess with Ashley and then break Danny's heart because he wants to come out that they're a couple. Now, I hope they can go and that they're a couple, but I'm hoping that Bill doesn't get jealous and then all of a sudden want Danny back. That's all I'm saying, because it seemed like to me he's complimenting Danny a lot more, thanking her for coming out there. And yeah, I know Haley don't like that, but I don't know. I think that once Nicole comes out that she's with Andre, there could be, some problems. But I think it's going to be a monkey wrench through in it because Ashley and Derek are no longer together. And I think that Derek and also Naomi's husband know, they kind of figuring out that it might be Andre that's keeping Ashley from saying yes to Derek about the ring. But, Ashley is wrong for stringing Derek along. She got feelings for Andre because why did she accept the ring? People be engaged for 5 or 10 years. I think she got feelings for Andre, and I think she's gonna, while she's sitting there at the bar taking those shots, I think she's gonna tell Naomi that she's got feelings for him. Just saying. Let me know what y'all think. I like okra too. I do. You don't think you could drink okra water, Smart Cookie? You said you're not drinking it. And another thing that a lot of people be eating, like plain celery, they say celery makes you lose weight too. A lot of people is eating celery. They say that helps you lose weight. You've been eating a lot of watermelon this week, Patricia? Okay. So you'll only eat your okra smothered or pickled? Okay. You said okra's a no for you? Yeah, that's what I said. He better not hurt Danny. You like fresh okra? Okay. I like okra either way. It could be fried or just fresh okra. I can eat it either way. I love okra. Okay, point 84, you said you're in a class? Okay. Okay, yep. Yep, I think Ashley is in love with Andre. You said clean your colon at least twice a week. That helps too. Okay. Now I got the 15-day cleansing pills, but baby, if you take one of them, you better not leave your house. I'm telling you right now, you better not leave your house. If you're gonna take those pills to clean your inside, that 15-day colon cleanser, that you get, you can get it from Amazon or TikTok. No, ma'am. You better not leave it your house. You gonna take that 15-day cleanse? Don't leave your house. That pill, the 15-day cleanse, don't leave the house. You need to stay in the house if you're gonna take that. Just my personal opinion, because I've taken it. You're doing the watermelon and cucumbers. I don't like okra at all. Okay. Okay. Now, watermelon, got a lot of water in it. So they said it's supposed to clean you out, and they said the okra water is good for your cholesterol. Now I got to look up celery. The person told me it makes you lose weight. The celery does. I don't know how true that is. It's all alleged. So we shall see. I don't know, Patricia T, how you would clean it naturally. I don't know. If anyone in the chat knows how you can do it naturally, let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat. Oh, one more thing I did want to talk about. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Okay. Is any one of my mods in here? Do y'all? I know one of the mods accidentally put who said that in time out. Are y'all able to take her out of time out? I know it's done by mistake, baby girl 1981. Did you take her out of the timeout? Let me know if who said that is taken out of timeout. I know it was an accident. I did a juice cleansing. Okay, Capricorn flower, thank you. I did a juice cleansing: green grapes, kale, spinach, watermelon, and fresh pineapple. Please stay home. Read for squeeze right there. So let me tell you to get the toxins out. You said okay, green grapes, kale, spinach, watermelon, and fresh pineapple. You said, please stay home on the commode for 3 straight days, but let me tell you, it gets the toxins out. Okay, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that. I will try that. But I know the other cleanser that I had, I only took one. And baby, I could not leave my house. No, there was no way I was leaving this house. Now, I did hear someone said they took 2 and they said it was over. They just stayed on the toilet. It cleans you out. Now, we could take them at night, I think, and take them at night. Take them at night. Take the cleanser at night, and you have no problem with going to the bathroom. But it all depends on what time you take it at, because it'll go into the morning as well. Those cleansing pills ain't nothing to play with. They get the job done. They get the job done. Let me see here. I feel bad for R. Kelly, but he shouldn't have known that he wasn't above the law. He should. Wait a minute. He should have sent that young lady on her way. when the parents first went public about his relationship with that girl. Yes. Baby Girl 1981 did by mistake, Capricorn Flower. You said that's good because you're cleaning, you're lining out something that we all need to do. Smart Cookie said he learned a lot of lies. He should have got some help. Yes, he should have. Now, we're going to talk about one more thing. Tyler Perry. Now, I love Tyler Perry, guys. I do. But y'all know he has a this clear person is suing him. You said R. Kelly needs to be in the hospital for his blood clot. I did not know he had blood clots on you. I did not know that. I thought, Trump would probably pardon him. That's what I was thinking, that Trump would pardon him. Now, with Tyler Perry, y'all, that's why I tell people, you need to stay over here on your side. Now, this man is suing Tyler Perry, suing him. Now, the man that put up all the text messages and everything. Now, he says sexual harassment or sexual assault. Now, I don't know. This is all alleged, so I don't know if that's true or not. It's all alleged. Now, I be want to talk about so much with y'all. Okay, we're going to stick a dart in Tyler Perry for a moment. We women, I don't know what it is. We get a particular age, but it ain't going to be me. This woman is 60 years old and met a 30-year-old man and sold her house, moved to Houston. Baby, look, I ain't gave no man no money in my 20s, my 30s, my 40s. I'm in my 50 now, and damn sure ain't gonna do it in 60. So let's take a listen to this lady, y'all. We got to, be more around our parents. I don't know if they lonely. I know they got some type of Christian dating sites that people can go on or something. This don't make no sense, y'all. This don't make no sense. It don't make no sense, y'all. We got to do better as women. We don't get that the lonely that you got to go out here giving, So let's listen to what she said, y'all.
To stop calling my phone because I'm married now.
What? Oh, and you said y'all 3 years in at this point?
Yeah.
And this little boy 38?
Yeah.
And you 60?
Yes.
Okay, I understand.
After he got married, we continued to see each other. I never left.
So what you do?
I sold my home and moved to Augusta, Georgia while he was still married to this girl off of the account that he would get a divorce when I got there.
Oh, God. I cannot, Jesus.
Hmm. And when you moved there, what did he do?
He continued to go back and forth between me and her.
So he didn't get the divorce?
He never got a divorce until the very end of it.
Did you ever hear from his wife?
Me and his wife are best friends today.
Girl, you playing now.
No, I'm not.
You just said you was in a situationship, a throuple before. I'm still confused with why you're friends with either of them.
I want to know how you and the wife got to be best friends. I'm confused here.
I'm confused why you're friends with either of them. He got married. He got married while he was in a relationship. You do know that, right? No.
He then called my sister and told my sister, tell that B to stop calling my phone because I'm married now.
What? Oh, and you said y'all 3 years in at this point?
Yeah.
And this little boy 38?
Yeah.
And you 60?
Yes.
Okay. I understand.
After he got married, we continued to see each other. I
Girl.
never left.
I guess people just fine with being
So what you do?
toxic.
I sold my home and moved to Augusta, Georgia while he was still married to this girl off the account that he would get a divorce when I got there.
Mm. And when you moved there, what did he do?
He continued to go back and forth between me and her.
So he didn't get the divorce.
He never got a divorce until the very end of it.
Did you ever hear from his wife?
Me and his wife are best friends today.
I cannot. I don't. I'm just done. You know, that's why I say people got to watch they mamas and stuff like that. You said a 75-year-old man was trying to mac on you today at the Social Security office, Smart Cookie. The man offered to take me out to dinner tonight. Oh, wow. Okay. He said he's trying to take you fast. Oh, okay. All right. What happened, Patricia? Wait a minute. Patricia says she's an old fool. What? Smart Cookies, a lot of women have never had it. Oh, and when they get one, they lose their minds. You said she's an old fool. You said that joystick must have been good. You said my nephew died of blood clots in his legs being in prison. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Patricia. I'm sorry to hear that. May God rest his soul. He gonna get something. But that movie, Straw doing pretty good. You said she's the Lulu, but a red rose, and be happy. You right about that, Edwina? Not, honey. There's no way. She said she sold her house and moved to Augusta, and said the man was still married and he was going back and forth between them. He's too old. She's too old for him. She's 60. He's 38. She old enough to be his mama. Now, I just, I think, just like I had covered where those two ladies, nice looking ladies, black do not crack, baby. Black do not crack. And those two ladies that I covered where they had they were a pen pal for a man that was in jail. The two women, two black women. And I don't know if they were lonely. Well, one of them did say that they were lonely. It said that they were lonely, so they started being pen pals with, the man that was in jail. They end up going up there seeing the man and things like that. They got married in jail. And y'all know some states have where you can have intercourse with your wife in a room, at the jail. And both of these men unalived their wives at the jail while they was having visits with their wife. They married them in jail. They were having visits to have sex and stuff in jail, and they unalived them. I don't know. We got to, watch our parents. But let me just tell you, I'm 51 years old. I ain't never gave no man no money. I ain't never did nothing like that. And I ain't going to get in my 50s and 60s and start doing it. Sold her house and she moved to Augusta, Georgia. Man was still married to the woman. He was going back and forth between them. And said that at the end, I guess about 4 or 5 years while she was there, he ended up getting a divorce from his wife. And then she said her and the wife became best friends. How? Is he still with the? And I hope there's a part two. Is he still with the? Is she still with the man? Because there's no way. I think a lot of women like being side chicks. I do. I think they do. Evidently, he didn't want you, ma'am. He married the other lady. But you sold your house and moved to Augusta, Georgia to run after this man, hoping when you got there that he was going to divorce her. He didn't do it until the end. No, man. No, man. I'm not able to do it, y'all. I'm not. A lot of these women are desperate. Yes, they desperate. I ain't never seen no shit like this before. No, ma'am. It was the other way around at first. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening to us. Let's see here. All right, so that's gonna be our last one for the night. Let's take a look at this. This is about Tyler Perry here. I hate this for him. I do, but you go over there playing in the sandbox, this is what happens. I hate this for Tyler. I do.
That's why Tyler Perry pumps these movies out so fast, because you needed to cover a very expensive lawsuit. Now, People magazine is reporting that Tyler Perry is being sued for $260 million. Now, before we get into all of these text messages, let's talk about the facts of the case. Now, according to People magazine, he's being sued by somebody by the name of Derek Dixon. And this person is alleging that Tyler Perry had actually assaulted them and retaliation, among other complaints. Now, Dixon claimed that he had met Tyler Perry as far back as September of 2019, before he became the star of his show called Ruthless and another show called The Oval. Now, after the lawsuit had made public, Tyler Perry's attorney clapped back and said that this was a scam and that they were confident that these were fabricated claims of harassment. Yeah, that's what they all say until the text messages come out. Now, let's start from the top, because we have a slew of text messages we got to get through, and I want to see if I can get them all in one video. Now, according to Dixon, this is a text thread conversation between him and Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry sends him a picture of him, looks like on a ski boat, and he says, "Nice picture. Yeah, the water does look calm." Perry replied back and says, "Nice picture, ? Dixon replies and says, "Great, amazing, awesome picture." I guess that's being sarcastic. Tyler Perry replies back and said, "You don't see that stud in the nice picture?" And then Dixon replies back and says, "Yes, that's a stud." Now, in this next set of threads, Dixon had sent him a message and says, "I can call you later or tomorrow sometime." Tyler Perry replied back and says, "You have a really fresh voice and take on things." He said, "I don't know where this is going, but I laughed the entire time. I can see the world and the characters. My exclusivity ends in 30 days. What does that mean? Now, Tyler Perry goes on to say, "I want to take Losing It Out on Amazon or Netflix after that and gauge their interest. But I also want to try and get you to the right people and help you make these shows work." I guess the show that Dixon was on was called Losing It Out. And I guess Tyler Perry was attempting to pitch it to Netflix and Amazon. He goes on to say that these are not for my audience, but we need to find a home for this stuff. He says, "I don't want to miss another," and then it's blanked out, but I'm assuming he says opportunity. He then says, "You know that Eugene bought that to me first, but I didn't get it." Now, Dixon replies back and says, "Wow, I was worried that you didn't even like it, but because it's a weird concept, and thank you." Now, I'm assuming in this thread, Dixon is attempting to show that Tyler Perry was using his name and prominence and relevance to get closer to him. Now, here's where Tyler Perry starts to get pretty explicit. Now, at the top of the thread, Dixon says, "Right, and we just had a heaping dose of it, and now it's back to nothing. It's really weird." Tyler Perry replies and says, "I didn't have any contact. What are you talking about? I haven't been touched in months." Dixon replies and says, "Oh, you mean touching? I thought you meant being around people." And then he replies and says, "Jacob," whatever that means. And Dixon replies and says, "I love that you only say that when I'm being stupid. I guess the Jacob dumbass version of me." Now, Tyler Perry replies below and says, "Not dumbass, but blonde, like you're having a blonde moment." I guess Tyler Perry was trying to get him to talk more actual, because that's why he was just so confused about the touching part. And this is where the conversation just takes a weird ominous twist. Now, Tyler Perry sent him a message that says, "What's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that yet in therapy?" He goes on to say, "Yes, it's the exact same kind of car, a geometric." Derek Dixon replies back and says, "Giving up my religious guilt, becoming a Buddhist, question mark? That's so cool. Where you came from." And then Tyler Perry replies back and says, "Unfortunately, I have friends who are in their 50s and 60s who are still dealing with that. It's so sad." He continues and says, "You can have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ." It's more of this, so trigger warning. Now, Tyler Perry starts off this thread and says, "I would hope you let someone hold you and make love to you. You are missing the best years of your life, my friend. Trust me. I hope you get past this block in your mind soon." Derek replies back and says, "Well, it's not this person, but yes, I want that too. I'm working on it. Therapy is helping." Based off of this entire conversation, it sounds like Derek is in some sort of therapy where he's like having these sort of like internal struggles, and Tyler Perry keeps trying to coach him into having like guiltless sex and then letting someone touch him. It's kind of strange. Now, in this portion of the thread, Tyler Perry is trying to convince Derek Dixon, of not telling the rest of the cast that they have an ongoing friendship, if you know what I mean. Tyler Perry says, "Listen to me. If you let the cast know that you and I have a new friendship, then you're opening yourself up to a lot of questions and foolishness. What you want them to know that you are there because of your talent and not because of our friendship or because Tony got you to give me the job." He goes on to say that you earned your spot like everyone else. Don't give people the opportunity to play you small or they will. Then he goes on to say, "Because when I go back to work, I'm not going to know you. I don't have any friends at work. Just professionalism is key." Derek replies back and says, "Yeah, you're totally right." Tyler Perry says, I hope you got it, my friend." He said, "Yeah, it makes total sense." And then Tyler Perry says, "Just watch the behavior of everyone around you and me on set." He said, "I will." He said, "Don't want to give anyone an opportunity because work is work." Now, Tyler Perry continues and says, "Why did that photo make me jealous, you two together?" Derek says, "Haha, I don't know." He says, "Just Brad, LOL." Tyler Perry replies back and says, "LOL." And then Dixon goes on to say, "He just wanted to go for a quick walk to get his steps in. And now I'm walking to Chipotle by myself." And then Tyler Perry says, "Thick Derek." He said, "Get that Chipotle." Gross. Which makes me think that Tyler Perry was probably monitoring his social media, because like, why are you looking at photos of him and then texting him like, "Oh, why does that photo make me jealous?" Nonetheless, he replies back and says, "Haha, you could tell from that photo." Basically, "You could tell from that photo that I'm thick." Tyler says, "No, I can't. Only from your jeans." Ugh. Now, in this thread, two conversations are happening. First, they're talking about subscriptions and AdSense, and then Tyler Perry talks about getting horny. He starts off by saying, "I love how I feel right now, but I don't like being horny. Testosterone." Derek says, "Oh, yeah, from the doctor. But it's making you feel better." And then testosterone. Oh, and then Tyler Perry says, "Yeah, I feel so good, but I don't like being horny. I feel sorry for the person that flirts with me." And then Derek replied back, "LOL." Now, based off the text messages that we were able to read and capture, it sounded like Tyler was trying to groom him into flirting with him. Like, the guy sounded confused. He was in therapy. He was an actor. He was up and coming. He didn't know much about the industry. And it felt like Tyler Perry was trying to like put him under his wing, but for all the wrong reasons, apparently, allegedly. But if there's any more updates about this story, I'm gonna keep you guys posted. This is a lawsuit I think I want to follow. And now it all makes sense why Tyler Perry pumps these movies out so.
So, do y'all think that Tyler Perry was trying to groom this young man, allegedly? Do y'all think allegedly that Tyler Perry was trying to groom this young man? And do y'all think that he's going to win the lawsuit against Tyler Perry? And this is messing up his brand. This is messing up, his legacy. I don't think, I have no problems with anybody's sexuality. If he's, bi or whatever, that's his prerogative. I have no problem with that. But, if he's that way, he should just come out and say it. I don't know why he keeps hiding it. But I don't know, he had a son, so I don't know what that was about. He was with a woman for a long time. But if you like men, just come out and say it. Look at Don Lemon. There's a lot of men, that are successful and that are, bi, or some are just out GAY, and it's just the same. So if that's, who you are, then just come on out with it. And I think that's what was wrong with P. Diddy. He had a problem coming out allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Allegedly. I think that's why he was doing all these acts and drinking and taking all these drugs and stuff. I think he had a problem with coming out. And I think that's why he was doing all these things allegedly, in my opinion. If that's how you are, just be who you are. That's it. Just be who you are. You want to come out, come out, just come out and just it is what it is. Just saying. I don't know why he would text that man and stuff. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know if he's GAY, he should just come on out, just live in your truth, sir. It's okay. Everybody else is doing it. Why not? Remember who shared the text thread? He was setting Tyler Perry up from the start. I think so too. Yeah, why would the man text him back? I think he was right what Smart Cookie said, he was setting him up. Or allegedly a shakedown, in my personal opinion. A shakedown. Just my personal opinion. You said the hunt is on and the rich black men are the targets. Yep. Yep, I think so too. I think so too. Terrence Owens, his wife, he married a clear woman. And she was married to him for 3 days and divorced him. Now she wants alimony. How does that work, ma'am? You was married to him for 3 days and now you want alimony? I'm trying to figure this out. Yeah, I know Terrence Owens used to be the football player. He was he got married. He was married for 3 days. Now, and then the wife divorced him. Now she wants child support. Okay, we're gonna do one more. One more here where these women just said they tired of these men. They tired of them getting done anywhere they getting done any kind of way. So they just said they're gonna pop out. So we're gonna take a look at this for just a second here. These are the 3 couples that they done popped out. And it's they could just be out here having fun, but I don't know. I guess the content creator men think there's something wrong with these women that moved on with their life, that they're not crying up in the house, stress eating and things like that. But these 3 women, we have Cash Doll and her football player, we have Tiana Taylor and her actress man, and then we have Cardi B here with her football player. Just saying.
Because how are y'all mad at Cardi, Cash Doll, and Tiana Taylor, okay, for leveling up with a big dog? Was they supposed to stay in misery? I truly don't understand. How are you mad at them for leveling up to big dogs? All 3 of them, big dogs. City Girls up 50 million. Now, Tiana Taylor threw a party for her man, Aaron, and all I'm going to say is this don't give PR at all. At all. We've seen PR. Brittany Renner and Kevin Gates is PR. Moneybagg Yo and Megan Thee Stallion, that was PR. Love them down. But let's be for real. This don't give that. Because girl, who was throwing a whole party for a PR stunt? Don't irritate me. And they were locking lips. This don't give PR. This is given that I know what's going on when we leave here because you're coming over. This man was like literally genuinely surprised. It don't give fake. And I feel like Tiana Taylor is too much of a real New York ass girl to do some PR cringy ass shit like this. Let this be a lesson to the younger generation. Leave that man. What one man won't do, another man will. Y'all really hate women because how are y'all mad at Cardi, Cash Doll, and Tiana Taylor, okay, for leveling up with a big dog? Was they supposed to stay in misery?
Yes, a lot of people on the internet are mad at these women, saying that they moved on too fast. Yep, Travis Hunter, dummy. She gonna take up everything. But first, she got to get pregnant. Allegedly, she got to get pregnant first, so she can get that alimony, child support. So she gonna get pregnant first if she ain't already pregnant. You said that's what he gets for marrying a Snow. Yep. He said, I don't believe Tiana Taylor and Aaron are together. He's helping her with her new album that's coming out in August. Okay, because Tiana had went in retirement. She said that she was retiring, but I think that she was doing that for Iman to go in retirement because he was jealous everything she did. He thought she was trying to show off on him. So I think that's why she was going in retirement. But now she's not with him no more. I guess she's saying, well, hey, I ain't got to go in retirement no more. And I don't blame her. I wouldn't go in retirement either. I don't blame her at all. I wouldn't go either. It is what it is. Oh, we got wait a minute here. Oh, Offset is complaining that he's not getting his alimony, y'all. Offset is complaining that he's not getting his alimony, y'all. He's complaining. He ain't got his alimony, so he's upset about that. Just BAN. BAN. Just BAN. We're going to talk about Shani. We're going to talk about Shani tomorrow, y'all. I was going to talk about Shani tonight, but we're going to talk about her tomorrow. We're going to talk about her tomorrow. Let's talk about this BAN. Let's just talk about him. Lord have mercy. He has not got his husband allowance, y'all. Just look at this. This don't make no sense, y'all. It really don't. He ain't got no money to trick on them women. Offset says Cardi B hasn't paid husband allowance for the past 4 months, and he is considering legal action against her. Husband allowance, better known as spousal support, is money that one spouse may be required to pay by the other after a separation. It's intended to help the lower earner or non-earning spouse maintain a similar standard of living to what they had during the marriage. And people are saying it's crazy to know that Cardi B had the bigger financial muscle in the relationship, yet Offset was cheating back to back. Now, sir, if you know you did not have any money, why would you be out here cheating on her? I don't understand. Why would you be out here cheating and you know you ain't got no money? Now you crying because you said you ain't got your spousal support in 4 months. What a BAN, y'all. What a BAN. The man said he ain't got his his spousal support in 4 months, y'all. He complaining. He ain't got it. Right. I'm glad the women ain't staying no more for the kids anymore. Good for their mental health. You said Offset can kick dirt. You said Offset needs their husband to take care of him. He sure do. We haven't talked about the Real Housewives yet. Oh my God. Now, let's see here. You said Offset better write a song. Now, Shamia to me, they are distasteful. They should do more appropriate things on here than what they are doing because it's just terrible. But Shamia was at the doctor with her daughters. All three of them was dressed alike. I think Shamia needs to leave the show and focus more on her and her kids because her daughter's sick. and the embryo didn't take. Let me let y'all see this. You know, she had a surrogate. She has a new surrogate, and it didn't take. And she's trying to give her husband a son. Let's just take a look at this.
Baby, I know it's wrong. So waiting out with your t-shirt on.
I got a serious question. What? Why is her face so greased up? If you love your kids, you grease them up. You grease them up. My mama greased me up from head to toe before I left the house. So much so to where, like, anything that would fly on the playground stuck to my face. But guess what? I can leave the house without a foundation. Judge yourself.
Hi, Shiloh and Shia?
Yes, thank you.
Morning. Hi, Shia.
Hi. Hey. Dr. Harmon will be in a second. I wanted to make sure you were here so you can kind of give her the update on some of the stuff.
Hey, Shiloh.
Hello. Oh, look what we got. Dr. Harmon.
She's sitting up by herself.
She is. She a big girl now. Shiloh's been doing so much better since we got back from Grenada.
When I got her out of the crib, she was shaking. She was cold. There was no.
Baby, I know it's wrong. So waiting.
It was cold. There was no cover on her. No sock. God is my witness. It took an hour to get Shiloh's body heated back up.
I'm always like on edge and I'm very anxious or when her immune system's very low. When she's around someone sick. I got diagnosed with strep throat when I got back in town. Thankfully, though, we had a doctor's visit with Dr. Harmon and I'm like, God, please don't let me get my baby sick. That'll just take me out. Well, what's going on? So Shiloh, as you can see, she's kind of noisy. I hear, yeah. Like new noisy or normal noisy? This is like new noisy. Wouldn't you agree, babe? Yeah. Like, and no one's had strep throat or anything? I did. Okay. What was that? From Grenada with strep throat. I started my antibiotics on 3 days ago. You brought strep throat home. See what I'm saying? You know, that's already okay. We'll look in there and see. I mean, it can be strep. It can be a number of things. All right.
We just looking. I know. I did. It was me. Okay, we done. We're so done. Okay. So done.
Okay, Mama. Oh, Mama. Her throat does.
It was cold. There was no cover on her. No sock.
Her throat doesn't look red. I don't see any mucus in her nose today or right now. I would still say we need to check and make sure she didn't have strep. So we'll swab her and look. Can you hear me? I honestly think she gave it to me. Look, did she just blame the baby? That mom, yeah. Shiloh's first year of life, I was in the doctor's office at least 3 days a week. I mean, I don't think that people understand how emotionally draining this whole journey has been. But my husband is such a great man. I do want to give him what he wants. He wants a son. Hey, babe. Hey. Here's Asha.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Asha, you ready?
I am excited. I'm ready. Like, let's get this thing moving.
So my husband and I, we did move forward with Asha. She had a transfer, but it failed. So we sat down and we talked about it, and we don't just hold off for a bit until we figure out how we want to move forward. Okay. It was negative. Negative for stress. This time. Her throat doesn't look red. I don't see any mucus in her nose today or right now.
So she is still trying to move on and give her husband that son. He wants a son. So she's trying to, this is a new surrogate she's using because remember the other one, the other surrogate she had when she was pregnant with that embryo, she found out she had breast cancer. And, you know, they don't want to say that, you know, her conditions come from that. So this time they were using a different surrogate and they tried to put the embryo in and it didn't take. So I guess she said they're going to hold out for a while. You said, when I was married, only my husband saw my body. It was not for the public. Right. I don't know. Shamia, you know, she has everything. I don't know why she want to be on that show, you know, doing stuff in public because they got a lot of businesses. And the way she act on that show is not ladylike, you know. That doesn't look good when you got a lot of business. Her husband, you know, makes those, I think those things for the airlines and stuff like that. And she gets, you know, she gets on here, she acts a plum fool. Her, you know, even when Phaedra said that how Brittany Britt cleaned her from head to toe. She said Britt could have got her pregnant. She got all the black oil up out of her butt crack and everything. They just took me out with that. I was just too dumb. I was too dumb. They had took me out. They had took me out with that. No, she doesn't act like a wife at all. He said, how about the condition may be coming from her old ass husband? That man's 63. Woo! And the woman, she sounded like she was African, so I guess he only want African surrogates then, too. I'm thinking that's what, but the woman does look like she's African. Nothing's wrong with that, but all right, guys, we've been on here for 2 hours and 7 minutes. I'm getting ready to get off, but I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming over to my live. If you didn't hit the like button when you came in, please hit it on your way out. Also, if you're not a member, think about becoming a member and becoming a T-Drop. Also, follow me on my other platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Drop the T. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye and good night. Good night, everyone.